Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, George. Last week, we got everything we wanted. It was a nice, chill episode. Lots of interesting lore. Great conversations. Do you think it's going to be more of the same? Or are we going to head back into the craziness? Now, we know... The reason I asked that is because we know that there was one exam, but I think they mentioned two other exams, I think. And so I'm wondering if the other exams, if there are any, if I'm understanding it correctly, are going to be crazy, or is like it going to be similar, like a knowledge test to what like Flugel, not Subaru, has set up.
Flugel Subaru. Yeah. I don't remember what they said exactly about the number of exams, but whether they are more or not, I hope, as fun as the stressful, I'll just call it that, as fun as the stressful episodes are in their own right because of the action and the shock value and all that stuff, I much more prefer an episode like we got last week where it's like lore dumpy. If the show had been front loaded with lore dump, it wouldn't have been enjoyable at all. But we're in season 4 already, and we've like barely peeked behind the curtain. So at this point, dude, if the rest of season 4 was just like, okay, and then this happened, and this is how the world came to be, etc., 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 and we got all the lore, bro, I'd be happy. It's not gonna happen that way, I'm sure. But you know, that's I'm always open to a lore episode for sure.
So what you're saying is you want Shaola's big dumpy.
If you gotta phrase it that way.
I do.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I hope we're getting more lore. The Flugel revelation has been huge. Even in the comments, people are like, welcome to the Flugel fandom. Now everybody's on the same page. Like, what's going on? I thought that was very interesting that this is like an ongoing thing. I feel like it's going to be basically impossible to not know if Subaru is Flugel at some point before it's revealed in the anime, because I feel like the second that it gets revealed in the light novel or in the whatever novel, light novel, whatever it is, that information is going to get disseminated immediately. That's going to be such a big revelation. So hopefully the anime like catches up like a good way to like where it's close to the source material so that it's not too big of a fucking thing, but who knows? So
yeah.
But
thankfully, outside of us watching, I get like no rezero content at all. Thankfully. So I've been pretty isolated from all that.
Yeah, we don't watch any extra content outside of this and stuff. So it's very good. And everyone's like so freaking great in the comments. Everyone's been so perfect and like just not trying to tease or hint any information. They just take it as it is. They add some extra information where, we've forgotten, which is usually constantly. And then, it is what it is. It's been very fun to read the comments. So, all right, George, everybody hit those buttons below. Consider a membership. Let's go. What? Yeah, what the frick?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, exactly. You, Subaru.
Yeah.
Is there no index somewhere?
Yeah, maybe a search function?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
No way.
Oh, also, I noticed while I was editing last week, the episode, that Shaola's outfit is the same freaking colors as Subaru's outfit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sent me a message about that. You're like, look at this. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
That was so, I was just like, wait a second, what the frick? I mean, like, I don't know if there's some kind of theory of Shaola being connected to Subaru, like, as like a female Subaru, but that was like the thing that first popped into my mind. But then I was like, well, if Subaru is Flugel and he has the same general taste and he's picked out the same colors as his current outfit, it does make some sense that he would pick out the same colors for Shaola's outfit. Maybe he likes orange and black, and so he's like, Shaola, this is the outfit you're gonna wear. It's voluptuous and revealing and has the colors that I like, right? So that was just something I thought about. It was kind of interesting. They're going to be in English.
Are they going to be blank for anybody else? Imagine if they're in English.
It's going to be in English or Japanese, I guess. Oh, no. Whoa!
What if he picks it up?
Cognitive obstruction.
Noa libertas. Are those like people?
Huh. You're right, George. Yeah.
Yeah, people's names. But there's so many. And if they're not in order, like...
What if there are different versions of Flugel? Different, like, experiments? Or maybe, like, different people's lives he's taken the memories of? So that's why he knows... Remember, we kind of speculated on something like that? Right? Maybe these are past lives that he's lived, and he wrote down everything that they experienced. Right? Or maybe they're, like, experimented versions... where he's like made these people, they've had experiences in this world or different worlds, and he's like taken down that information. I don't know, just random speculation. So
yeah, I wonder what these are.
And
I want him to pick it up though.
Yeah, same. Isn't this what? Does
it say his name?
You can read it.
It'll mix around. No, wait.
Is it downloading memories?
I don't know. Whoa! He's falling into it.
What is this? What a start! Holy frick! Oh, it is.
No, wait, it is a memory. Jeez. Why were the flowers blue, but everything else is black and white? Typhon? No way.
Just before she was a witch? Jeez. Oh, frick, bro.
Dude, why? Yeah, she's too young. Jesus, she's getting splattered with the blood?
Yeah, what the frick? Oh. Uh-oh.
No, is she gonna get in trouble?
He's gonna give mercy? Oh, she's freaking warped in her thinking. It's so sad.
You do one wrong thing and it's over.
Yeah, that's what she's thinking. Interesting. What the frick is this?
Yeah, what? Within the heart of the one who committed it. Huh.
What? What the frick?
What? Was that her? Is she getting the sin right now?
Is she gaining the factor? Or does she become a witch? Oh!
Holy crap, dude.
Oh! So anyone who's done something bad gets judged?
Holy crap, dude.
Oh, wasn't that what happened? When she shook his hand, remember? They said Echidna said don't touch Typhon or something like that, right? And then he touched her and his arm freaking came off.
Oh.
But there was something about like Subaru was like a good, he was like generally kind of pure in heart. So he was able to get put back together or something, right? Like he hadn't done anything bad. Yeah,
was that Typhon that like broke him up like that?
I think it was.
So much, dude. There's so many details.
And then I think what's her face put him back together. One of the witches put him back together.
Okay.
It was something like that.
And Typhon is right?
That's a question I don't have the answer to. I'm not going to unintentionally lie to you, George. Are you unintentionally lying to me?
Maybe I'm wrong. I want to say she's Pride.
Okay.
But I'm trying to like think, okay, how does judgment of good and evil tie back to Pride? So like I could be wrong.
I don't know
about this.
It's a good question. It's a really good question. You might be right though.
I'm trying to think of any other sin that might like come back to like the judgment of good and evil, but like Wrath, I guess, but I know she's not Wrath.
Maybe the pride to Like, you have to be so proud to feel like you are the one who can judge others.
True. Right? There is an element of pride in judging other people. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. To see that, to think that you could be the arbiter of freaking the deliverer of what is justice and what is
justice.
Not, right?
Yeah. Like, who appointed you judge? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is crazy. So do you think she's gained the witch factor here? Is this the borning, if that's a word, of the witch factor itself?
Inception of it? Yes, I think so. Like, it's got to be, right? Or maybe it always existed as a thing, like out in the ether, and somehow she's channeling it, right? And so it's not like it came from within her. It's still like an external thing, but she's able to somehow gather that magic and turn it into a witch factor, which now resides in her. But it wasn't like the inception of said world element, if that makes sense. What I'm
it makes sense. Yep, I see the difference. Yep. That's crazy, bro. Last acquired the scale. Crazy.
Witch of Pride. Yep, there we go. Deal punishment and judge criminals. Dude, she killed the entire courtyard, bro.
Yep.
Does she not know?
She can't do it. Yeah, so it like downloads the memories. It's
she doesn't know the name Typhon though? Like, why was she's like, oh, is that a name you know? It's like, yeah, doesn't everybody know?
I don't think so. I think they know the Witch of Pride, but they don't know her name, right?
Okay.
Right? I don't see a reason why they would know her name specifically. Right?
I feel like all the witches, they would, like, they know about Echidna, and they know about Satella.
Yeah, there was a time where I
Typhon
think Echidna was the one who, you remember there was a point in time where someone was saying all the witches and their names, but I think that was Echidna, right?
Okay.
I think it was.
Wouldn't she pass that knowledge on to Betty? Maybe not. Maybe she didn't.
Oh, probably not. With how frickin' Echidna's treated Betty thus far? No, probably not.
Yeah. Okay, so they really don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
He broke apart, right.
Innocent cruelty. Bro, you freaking called it.
Right. So the thing was, here he couldn't die. That was like one of the catches to this scenario, or else he would have had like a mental breakdown and lost it. That was like, there was some kind of force around this area that didn't allow him to die. So he broke apart, but he was able to get put back together because he was here. Right. There was something like that, basically. It's interesting that he could go, so maybe this is how so who compiled this information? And is it through these books that he gained all this knowledge, or did he compile the books?
Yeah, is the author of the books Flugel, or did Flugel somehow find all these books and get it together? Yeah,
that's the question.
A key question, and I don't know.
That's true. It is a similar technology, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no! Did he just do it? He did! Oh, it's not just Subaru. Freaking Subaru. Yeah, exactly, bro. You're one to talk, man.
Yeah.
Is he like an ancestor or something?
Yeah. If you're connected,
she figured it out.
One familiar with the author. Okay.
Oh. Okay. She said past and present. But I feel like that is an assumption on her part.
Yeah.
What isn't to say it couldn't be also people who are to come, right? Future people.
Yeah.
Just
future people.
Wanted to point that out.
Bro, every time Subaru says this line specifically, I'm just like, the author is playing in so hard that he is Flugel. Like, there's no
Sure
bigger tell that Subaru is Flugel than Subaru constantly saying that Flugel's a giant freaking jerk and an a-hole. It's just like, okay, well, that's just like set up to be that Subaru's like ironically talking about himself. Haha. Right?
I hope that there's a book here labeled Flugel.
Oh,
and I want Subaru to pick it up.
There's no way, bro. She should know a lot. Yeah. Oh, frick.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh my gosh. Ah!
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yep, that's right. 5 or 6
6
years.
years. How old is she? She like 10?
I'm pretty sure she's a woman, George.
Oh, she's not a... I thought she was a child.
I
legitimately thought she was a child.
Yeah, I think she's not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but yeah. Yes, that's literally the question I've been thinking about this whole time. Right, would a book appear? I was thinking about this. Yes.
Yeah, is there a whole shelf just for Subaru?
Yeah, true. It's a good question, George.
I wonder if they're ordered by death. Yeah, moment of death.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They need a search function somehow. Oh, frick. Yeah, there is. Okay.
Okay.
Is that thing in the middle is an elevator? That's what I've been thinking this whole time. It looks like a freaking Dark Souls elevator. Oh, more English. What?
Or maybe 5?
5 secret rules?
No way. No way.
Yeah, yeah.
She can't get around.
Yeah. She's not human, I guess. She's like a construct? She a spirit?
Oh.
She is!
Yeah. She has a contract.
Wait.
She's not. She doesn't know what a spirit is?
That's true. That's true. I mean, we've got freaking Julius, who has contracts with spirits. We have a girl who's literally a spirit type person inhabiting a body. We have Beiko, literally a spirit. And then we have freaking Emilia, who also has contracts with spirits.
Puck. Yeah.
Yeah, what are...
What is she a mob beast? To this girl.
She's hilarious.
Jeez, dude. No way.
Yeah, because it was a previous him.
So is she human then? That's what I want to know.
I guess.
I bet she doesn't remember some of them though.
My body belongs to me?
Oh boy, what's gonna happen?
Oh no. Oh no, 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 I'm getting nervous.
It's gone too well so far.
Yeah, he's dead.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I'm freaking
no, they're
scared.
making it. He made it.
Another white room. Okay. Literally. Another white room to the T. Is there an obelisk thing? Monolith?
Oh, there is. Oh, it's a sword. A sword from the stone? What? King Arthur?
Yeah, what the frick? More Earth connections.
Only Subaru is gonna be able to pull it.
They have to fight now?
Uh-oh.
That's awesome. What?
Earn his pardon.
Cool. What? Who's this?
Who is that? Is that Reinhardt? Or
I bet it is his ancestor, George. You're right.
Yeah, that's the like sword saint
hero.
guy.
This is the hero.
Yeah, the hero.
She's scared.
What does that mean?
Yeah, Shaola's scared.
Bro, what is happening to him?
He's drunk?
Uh-oh.
Jeez. She's terrified.
Yeah, what?
He is drunk.
Got a hangover, dude.
She passes out. No freaking way. Are you kidding?
Is this like a conjuration or is he actually alive?
I think it's a conjuration. Bro, this guy's unhinged.
Bro, what's this dude's problem? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's amazing.
Quit imitating him.
Were Julius and what's his face are rivals, right?
Reinhardt?
Reinhardt?
I mean, maybe in the sense that like they're vying for different princesses or people who they want to become the queen.
Do you think that I'm thinking like Julius's lineage goes back to Reinhardt's lineage, him, and so that's why he like sees his follower, which is like from Julius's lineage, as like
you think
similar.
Julius's ancestor was a follower of this guy?
Right. Yes. Something like that.
Possible.
Right? I'm thinking he's making that connection. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, he is the worst.
Is he gonna fight them? Oh. That's it? Is he not gonna fight back?
The hero?
Stick swinger?
Stick swinger. Interesting. That's what Shaola called him. The stick swinger.
Yeah. This is the hero. So I guess they're gonna have to face the dragon for the third test at some point.
You're probably right, George. You're probably freaking right. And the first test was from Flugel, who was the sage, it was Earth knowledge. It's the sages. Then now it's the heroes, and then it's going to be the dragons.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a sarcastic freaking a-hole. I can't believe the hero is everything that Shaola said he was.
Yeah. Yeah, she knew him, right? He would always like bully her and stuff. And
I thought maybe like,
he is kind of like an a-hole, dude.
Being sensitive. No, he was. That's so crazy because Reinhardt's dad is just very similar to him.
True.
Right?
He's a bit of a drunk.
He's an a-hole. He's a drunk. It
Yeah.
runs in the family. Reinhardt is the exception here. What the frick? You think like, oh, well, Reinhardt is like, he's from a good line of good knights and they've always been the best because
chivalrous and all that.
Coming from the hero. It's like, no, the hero was a fucking a-hole. He was just crazy strong. Huh. Interesting.
I don't know what obtain his pardon means. It's got to be like prove yourself to him somehow.
Right, get him to like say like kind of in the conceptualization of like, oh, I beg your pardon, I didn't realize you were so strong. Maybe to defer to you to some way, right? That's why he says, make me move one step. That's what he said, right? Just a neat little step, right? Aww.
So, do you think this is him? This is a conjuration? Like this?
I think it's like a program.
What? Think it's a program?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah,
I don't.
This is like
I think there's a
hologram. Obviously,
yes.
It's got physical form, but yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a possibility he was sealed away magically in this tower to like be here for the future. But like, I don't think that's the case. I think it's possible, but I think it's probably he's like a simulation of some variety. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I think I know how you defeat him. They've all met him I don't know if this qualifies as meeting him, but they're going to have to figure out what his name is. And then they're going to have to figure out which book is his. And then they're going to be able to read that book and know his past. And then maybe they're going to be able to say something about his past that nobody should be able to know. It's going to shock him. And he's going to take a step backwards. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think. But I don't know if that's how it's going to be, but
they can't read a book that has some connection to him or somebody with a connection to him if they don't know that person.
Well, she said, Betty said that it's someone they've met. So my question is, does this count if this isn't actually him and this is a hologram of sorts? Does that count? Right? Does that count as meeting him, or it's
they
like,
read
no,
his
you
book?
have to have, yeah, you have to have met him in the flesh. That's why I asked you, like, what do you think? Do you think this is a hologram or him?
Right. It's a good question.
Yeah. So I don't know if it doesn't count truly. Like, I don't know what the rules of this book are. What constitutes meeting a person?
He hasn't given his name though.
Typhon. Well, it's like her spirit, I guess. So it is her.
Is it
wasn't
more?
her in
Yeah.
the flesh.
Is it more her than like what a simulation would be of you? Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like actually her for realsies, like her soul spirit thing, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he hasn't given his name. Do you need the name? Like, let's say the simulation does count. Do you have to then get the name from him? Do you have to like? I don't know.
I don't think you necessarily need to know the name, but I think knowing the name will be a requirement for knowing which book.
Right.
Unless they want to take literally an eternity. Yeah. Like, well, one is like, how do you get the name out of them? And then two, they still don't know anything about how to search. And there's so many books, dude. Like, I guess they could literally go open one by one, but I don't know how many stories this is. Like,
there's got to be a way.
Never ending.
Yeah, there's got to be a way. What do you think that the other floors unlock then? Do you think like the next floor unlocks a search function? Or is it like a area?
Imagine.
Right? Because I'm thinking like the next floor unlocks like features. Initially I was thinking like, okay, it's places, but like what other places are going to be here in the tower? Like we had that healing room and then we had the library. Like isn't the point of this whole place the library? So wouldn't then instead the next floors unlock features maybe? Imagine if on one of the floors is like literally a computer. How crazy would that be?
Like when you would find at a library?
Yeah.
Where you can like literally search? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
And they tell you like, story 500, shelf 12, row 1 or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, how crazy would that be? A computer. Oh my gosh. Like what? That would be wild.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's brought his phone into this world.
True.
Right? And they're like, this is like what do you call it? Nokia or Notia or something? Yeah. They're like, this is like that thing. So even if it's not a computer from Earth, it's clear that there is a type of technology, right? So maybe there's a computer-esque Nokia.
You're talking about the Metia.
Or Metia, yeah, not Nokia.
Yeah, Metia,
that's an actual
no, so
company.
it's not. Metias aren't technology though. Metias are like magic objects, right? So like that's why.
Yeah.
It's like D&D magic objects though. It's not like technology. He just saw it produce like a flash or save a picture, and he was like, "Oh, it's like a magical item that like saves images."
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, right? It's not like it's not an item that's got like working mechanical parts, but for all intents and purposes, it is fueled by magic and behaves akin to a computer.
What if all Metia are in fact, George, taking your theory, what if they're all things from Earth? What if they're like just technology from Earth, all the Metias? Remember that little freaking thing that opened up that was like video, basically a video call for the bishops, the archbishops?
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What if all the Metias are
just
actually technology? So maybe you are right, actually.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Again, we don't know. We assumed, and it's maybe the correct assumption that like Flugel was all knowing, basically because he amassed all this knowledge, as opposed to like he could send his consciousness out, through time and dimensions. But what if he could? What in addition to having all this like book knowledge and all that stuff, he literally could do that. And he's just like, okay, how would I convert a computer into, functioning the same way, but with like magical parts? And he figured it out. I don't know.
So, okay, there's two ways these books either come into being. Flugel writes them. He knows about the person somehow and writes their book. Or B, the books just come into existence when someone dies, right? It just fills in the next section. Sure. It goes up infinitely, essentially, right? But if the latter is the case, how would you be able to, one, how would anyone be able to read any of these books? Because unless they knew the person while they were alive, right? Some of these books are sealed forever, essentially, because they're dead.
I think so.
And B,
that's the impression I got. I don't know.
Yeah, if the latter is true and books appear when someone dies and it's not Flugel specifically writing them, how does Flugel read them? Does he able to circumvent the rules and read them anyways? Or is he the one writing the book somehow? Right?
Well, Betty described this as what'd she say? A cognitive...
Yeah, cognitive disruption.
What'd she said? Yeah, cognitive disruption. So, as far as how the books are created, I'm not sure. But as far as could Flugel read them? If this cognitive obstruction is some property of the tower or some spell that's been laid over it or whatever, and Flugel was immune to that, or he just said it so it didn't apply to him, then he could read all the books.
I guess that's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's possible to input into this cognitive obstruction. Clearly they did actually, a rule that if you knew this person, then
you can read, you can download memories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or at least on that page.
It's clear whether Flugel is Subaru or not. He intends for Subaru to pass these tests. Right. So maybe that was part of these, okay, how could I have Subaru do this? Oh, I know. If he meets somebody, he can read their thing, their book.
Maybe Flugel isn't Subaru, but he knew Subaru, and he knew that Subaru would know Earth knowledge, and then set the test up.
Yes.
And then said to Shaula, he says, I'm transferring my master authority over to Subaru. So when you see Subaru, that's effectively me. But the outlier to that is Subaru, or Shaula, acts as if previous Flugel is literally current Subaru, though. That's the only flaw to that, thinking if it's a transfership of ownership of who master is, or maybe just because of the way Shaula is, or maybe she's made this way, or maybe it's supposed to work this way, is transferring who is technically the master kind of superimposes either literally the memories of Shaula onto Subaru, so she thinks that present Subaru is past Flugel, or you're just supposed to act that way, it's a authority that rests upon you. And so if you are the master today, you are responsible and linked to all of the masters and their actions in the past. So, I don't know.
And then maybe current master can't override
previous masters.
A rule or something, that a previous master gave you.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a hierarchy to it.
So okay, going into this previous masters thing, the hero, the stick swinger, he lives on through his lineage, through Reinhardt.
Yes.
And, all his forebears and descendants and however you want to look at it in the timeline.
Right.
What if Flugel doesn't live on genetically, but he continues to live on through... What if every iteration of Flugel is just somebody who's been pulled from another dimension? And it's always from Earth. It's always been an Earthling that's been pulled over, and...
It's possible. But how does that explain Al, though?
I don't know how that explains Al. I don't.
Yeah.
But what if that's how he knew about Subaru and all this stuff. Like, well, I don't know. Every single time that I think of something to contradict it, because I'm like, okay, well, I think the strongest theory we have about Flugel, whatever else he may be, is that he is working with Satella to free her. But then it's like, okay, is this a cycle that's been repeating? Because unless Flugel was the first, unless Flugel was not the first, like, okay, when did the witch factor come to be? And I don't know. There's too many questions. I can't propose a proper theory, because as soon as I do, I contradict it. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard. What do you think Shala is? Is she actually human?
She's got to be some kind of simulation and or construct like this guy. She's a product of the tower. Like, I would imagine she's got incredible physical strength and she's got incredible magic power. I would imagine that she's powered by the tower itself. Like, she's probably not able to leave the tower, if I had to guess, because she's just a product of the tower, and that's why she could be so strong. Is she's being powered by like an immense source of magic? Maybe the tower itself is imbued with it. Maybe there's a source somewhere, but she is a construct of the tower to some variety. I think she's been around for 400 years. She can't be a human, right? That we can say for sure.
Yeah.
And she's said like, she's not a spirit, which I thought dead ringer she was a spirit, but apparently not.
Same. And she also like said at one point, she's like, I don't want to, I get to keep control of my body. Like, what?
Yeah, that was such a weird freaking, what was the context of that? I want to see that again, actually. What was the context of that? She came over exactly, and then she was all freaking...
Okay.
I was all happy. Right here? I leveled up.
It was around here. Okay, yeah.
Okay, it was around here. No lie this time. She blushes as long as none of those rules are broken. Why is she blushing here? Is this like a lewd thing? Like, ooh, bad master breaking the rules. Oh, he's gonna hurt me, or he's gonna do something.
Maybe.
Or is this like she's like lying? Hiding something? She's lying now, right? Like the intention. Yeah. You know what?
My body belongs to me.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, dude. Like,
what does that mean? Oops. I mean, it belongs to my master. My heart belongs to you forever. I don't want it. Yeah, what does this mean? Okay, so the other thing is, I'm not going to spoil what the anime is, because one day, extremely far in the future, we'll watch it, and this will come up again. But there was an anime I saw where there was an exam, and there were rules in the exam, but the rules were kind of like meant to be broken. Like, the rules were like, they don't disqualify you for doing the thing. They're just forbidden to do. You're just not allowed to do them. You're going to get in trouble, but you won't get disqualified. And that's what these like rules kind of gave me the vibe of, is like, leaving before the exam is forbidden. Violating the rules of the exam is forbidden. Disrespecting the archive is forbidden.
Yeah, I wanted to know what does that mean? Disrespect the archive, just like burning up a book.
Yeah,
burning a book. Yeah, like, yeah. Okay.
Any action intended to damage to the tower is forbidden. So I don't know.
What if you damage the tower, but you never intended to damage the tower? Is that like, does that breach rule 4?
Probably.
Right?
Yeah, I would say probably. What if you're in the exam and you're fighting the freaking stick swinger and you like chip the floor? Is that damage, technically?
Yeah. Like, what is that? These are very loose rules.
Yeah.
That, like,
it just made me think like the rules are meant to be broken. That's kind of what I felt like when she was going through the rules. I was like, rules are meant to be broken, and if they're set up like to have some consequences, maybe there could be a reason why you would want to break them. Especially if you're Subaru, you can come back. 5, there's no 5. Do you think there's a 5th rule?
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is the second time that they mentioned the possibility of 5 rules. What is Echidna think, or I guess not Echidna per se, but like the copy Anastasia Echidna is thinking that would like make her guess 5 rules? She deduced that there are secret rules. And along with that deduction, she also deduced that there might be 5 rules.
It was super weird that she said that out of nowhere. You have the keeper, yes. Exactly. Then my guess would be 4, no, maybe 5. Like, this is so arbitrary. Like, this is so random. The number of secret rules you were given for protecting the tower. This is like the most random thing you could possibly think of.
It's 5, ain't it?
And she like was surprised too. They're secret? What does that mean?
And she's very odd in this conversation too. She's looking at Shala very oddly.
What did she say here? I don't mention it because I didn't mention it because you didn't ask. I want to get that in writing. Whatever, just spill it. Well, just as one example, if you tried to leave this tower without telling me, yeah, she would fucking moida you. Quite the leap. It's not like I want to kill you. It's an example. Besides, it's something I can't get around, you know.
Just can't get around. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so exhausting. Yeah, like...
Can't you refuse
I don't buy this.
Wait, if you're going to tell me you have a contract, are you... Right. Spirit. And then, okay, this is a very deliberate scene.
Yes.
Her walking in the background, Melee walking in the background, getting closer as this part of the conversation comes up.
Of some sort. Yeah. Yeah.
A beast of some sort. That's an interesting thought.
Well, there's a comment. I should have highlighted it. There's so many comments that I wish I could highlight, but I can't. That was talking about, like, it's not very common to be able to smell the witch's miasma on people. And so the fact that Shaula can do that is like a very...
It's a very specific... Thing. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I wonder if she's like a mob beast.
Right? Like,
there's no reason that a mob beast can't be like humanoid like this, right? There's absolutely no reason. Yeah. But you think that Melee would have picked up on this sooner if that was the case. And well,
that's why I'm bringing it up right now, because she's acting very, very sus right now. And why does Subaru say Melee keep tabs on her? And she's like, I got it. Like, what can Melee do? I don't know.
Yeah. The fairy squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at this. What are you? Yeah.
Then what are you? Yeah.
Look at this. Come on. Like, this is so blatant. He's asking, what are you? And it's literally like a pan to her like this, and she's looking at her. Like, it's got to be. It's got to be. It was so weird, bro. It's so weird. Of course she
Yeah, like, see, I don't buy this. I'm sorry, Amelia, but I feel like it's something more than just like her word is her bond. There's more to it than that.
Yeah, like what if Flugel had a similar thing to make? Look at, again, another shot with Melee just right here, just so blatantly. What if Flugel had some kind of ability like Melee and could then... What if Flugel is the originator of mob beasts? What if Flugel was the one making them?
Well, there was mob beasts more than 400 years ago, right?
Well, we don't know how old freaking Flugel is.
True.
Aren't mob beasts literally from the Witch of Envy? Aren't they like a byproduct of her, or am I making that up?
Oh,
I remember in season 1 when we were using, I can't remember if it was like a subtitle or something, but there was like, at some point they were called like something else. It was like mob beast, but it was being translated like Maju beast or Magi beast or Magic beast or whatever it was. I can't remember exactly, but someone had made a comment of like, oh, they literally come from the witch. That's why they're called mob beasts, right? And they're like something like that. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. But I didn't really like think too much about it, but like it kind of stuck out. So, okay.
Yeah.
One heck of a false accusation. Okay.
Orders I was given.
First, I can't let any challengers to the Great Library go back outside. So we're stuck right off the bat. However, if you pass all the exams and reach the first floor, it's no problem. Yeah, but you become the masters of the tower officially, I would imagine.
Yes, yeah.
Probably that's what it is. The hierarchy of rules of he is a master candidate.
Yes. I thought you were gonna say he is a level 3 master.
Basically, yes. And in order to get higher administrative rights, you essentially have to pass the tower, right? He's a user. Right now he's a basic user. And
he needs to get root access.
Right, he needs to get to root access. Yes, exactly right.
Sure.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Transform into a heartless killing machine instantly.
I'm glad we read this. I was thinking along the mob beast thing, we haven't seen stuff like werewolves or like vampires or things that are like very humanoid and can change in this world yet. But who is to say that doesn't exist? Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, that she's like I don't know what the werewolf equivalent would be for a mob beast, right? But she's a mob beast. She's a human, but unless certain conditions are met, she becomes a monster. Maybe it doesn't even have to change her physical appearance, but her mind becomes like, okay, now I am this like killing thing. And anyways, she's not fully human, clearly.
Also, around the tower are a bunch of freaking mob beast freaking bear guys. They got put there somehow, right?
Who made them? So
that's a thing.
Why did they stay there?
Yep, they were also more difficult to control for Melee, right? She had to like take her time and do the little cheat, and then that. And she couldn't control the whole lot of them. She had to run away. Right?
Yeah.
And there's also the sandworms, which are mob beasts, apparently. And there's wolves.
Yes.
Also. Yeah. Right? We saw some wolves at some point. So, like, there's mob beasts everywhere, which is interesting. Maybe the mob beasts are spawning from the tower because the witches' remains are here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I almost feel like we would see a bigger diversity of mob beasts.
Yeah, that's true.
But, yeah.
What if Flugel was using the miasma coming from the witch to make the mob beasts, and they're like just experiments, right? Maybe they're just like things that he tried to make, and then they, he just didn't really care. They got out or whatever, and it's just like, he's like, whatever, I don't care. Right?
Yeah. What a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. This show, it answers one question, and it gives you 10 million.
So she says, however, if you pass the exam to reach the root, basically, it's no problem. If you become the admin, it's all okay. Yeah. If anyone violates these terms, I'll transform into a heartless killing machine instantly, so my promise to you will be voided. I'll have to harm you. Right, because the previous lower level promise rule that he made will be superseded by the administrative level rule. That ranks higher than your promise to me. That hurts. Yeah, well, it's your previous promise that you made at a higher freaking administration level. And then they get to be silly.
I've evolved.
It is the level up. Is this a reference to the fact that this is all kind of like computer stuff? Like you have to level up your administrative right? Is that kind of like a
this is another that's another like leveling up? That's very video game-esque.
Yeah, true.
Has anybody 100%. Else said that here besides just Subaru?
I don't know. It's a great freaking question. Okay, also, again, could be nothing. Melee is in this shot here. I wonder, do you think it's possible Melee controls her at some point and betrays everyone?
Oh.
Right?
That's a great question. That would mean, though, that Melee's control could override Flugel's control over her.
Or maybe Flugel doesn't have any control over her. She's just a particularly strong mob beast. And maybe, like, if it's a strong mob beast, it just takes time and effort to control them. But once you get the control, you can maintain it. Well, even though she got control of that one bear, but then lost it after the dinosaur roared. So like you can lose it, and pretty easily based on like how difficult it is, it seems.
Yeah. But like what I'm saying though is like if she got control of her, which could let's say she doesn't even betray them, but does she allow then, like let's say they wanted to leave. They discovered she's a mob beast and they wanted to leave. Do you think her control would be big enough to let them, subdue her long enough to let them leave?
Potentially. What if she stays in the tower? What if they can't pass the exam, so they let Melee stay in the tower to maintain control over her so that they can come and go as they please until they figure out how to beat like the last, floor.
The dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's very
so much
interesting.
Unknown.
There's definitely some sinister stuff going on with Melee. Like that right away kind of tipped me off that there was something weird going on.
Yes, right there. You can count on me. Like, okay.
Hold on the reins. You can count on me. Yeah, I think that's foreshadowing. Right? Yeah. Hold tight on her reins. Yeah, that's probably going to happen in the future. Right? This scenario that they're kind of alluding to of holding her reins. Haha, la, it's so funny. Yeah, it's
keep
like
her back, hold her back. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if this will happen in the future. Whether or not she's going to betray them, I don't know. She doesn't necessarily have a reason to do that. But when you get a bunch of powerful mob beasts, or when you get a powerful mob beast who is like absolutely insane and undefeatable, maybe you start making different decisions from yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Can we go back? I want to see the moment again where Typhon gets that like glowy thing around her. I want to see exactly the moment. I want to commit it to memory. Yes, right here. Let's go back one tiny bit.
This is from her eye.
Is it when
you're
her
talking about?
Yeah. No, keep going. I want to see the moment before this. Is it when her dad spares her or like says like you're forgiven?
Yes. Says you're right to confess your crime and apologize. Because she realizes, because right now, right, it was before everything was black and white. You'd make a crime, you'd die. That was how she saw the world.
Yes.
But then her father gave her the epiphany of like, well, every crime is different based on like your perception.
Yes, I want to see what she says.
Perception.
Yeah, the person's perception. Yeah, I want to just commit this bit to memory if I can.
Finally understood. Scale that weighed the gravity of a crime could only be found within the heart of the one who committed it.
So if the person believes that what the crime they've done heavy, is wrong,
yes, then it's wrong. But if you don't believe that it's wrong, then it's not a crime.
Wow, what a freaking warped sense of morality. But okay. Keep going, because then he also says she found that the scales or something
was within her.
About scales. Yeah.
Evil. Are you an evildoer?
He believed he was.
Ah, that sounds so familiar. Subaru believed that he was an evildoer. Oh man, I feel like this is right on the edge of my brain. Subaru believed, even though Subaru had done nothing wrong, he believed he was bad, and therefore he shattered. Does that sound familiar?
A little bit. Wish I could remember that scene more.
I wish I could remember better. I think it was a comment, maybe. I can't remember if it was a comment or if it was in the show. Frick. There was something like that. Oh my gosh, we're so close, I feel like.
Okay, there it is. Getting that.
Did you do something bad? And then she feels the guilt, and therefore she gets deleted. The problem with this concept is everyone feels guilty for something.
Of something, yeah. Yeah, father. Yeah, he probably feels guilty about some of the people he killed.
Sure. I mean, with this scenario, you could feel guilty about breaking the cup, right? That's the problem with this is like...
Yeah. Yeah.
The scale is within each person, and since she sees things as black and white,
if the scale tips, and it's weighted down by your own guilt,
you've done something wrong, it's the gallows. You die. That's it.
Yeah.
She just sees it as black and white.
She understood, and she was content. It at last acquired the scale.
So she is the scale,
Which
basically.
of pride went on to question people's sins, deal punishment, and judge criminals.
And
what city is that? Is that same water city?
No, this is Attack on Titan, actually.
Oh, the walls.
Within
yes,
Walshina, actually. It might be. I don't think it is, but it might be, George. You might be right.
Yeah. That's where she just died, but it's not necessarily like where she was born and stuff. Yeah, that's so she is the scale. She brings the scale to people, and then through the scale of her, people judge themselves. And the problem is her scale is extremely sensitive to your own sense of guilt.
And you get and the punishment you get is the most severe, right? It's either you're guilty or you're not.
There's zero room for mercy. In her scale, Yeah,
it's crazy. Wow. She's like a walking natural disaster. Look at this. Everyone is dust. It's
just
crazy.
Died. Yeah.
Wiped out. It's interesting to me that she can do this without touching anyone.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas previously, it was only when she touched Subaru that he broke apart. Right? He was instructed not to touch her.
That's a good point.
Right?
Is it a limitation of her spirit?
Right.
Like, with her body, she's stronger, but with her spirit, it's not quite the same, maybe.
Is it the factor, maybe?
Oh, that she lost it, and so there's just, the remnants she can do by touch.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this, the implications of this are just insane, because you could literally slaughter an entire group of people, but 100%. As long as you in your heart believed that was the right thing to do, you're fine.
You're fine.
You can talk to her, and that's crazy, dude.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. All right. Anything else, George?
Yes. I wanted to mention the wording here. Acquire, to me, she acquired the scale. Maybe I'm overthinking, but it implies to me that the witch factor isn't something that, like,
she made,
germinated from within her. Yes, it is something, again, that just kind of, it was a property of the universe that she has, like, called upon herself and now harnessed somehow. I don't know.
She's not the propagator.
Yes, maybe I'm, reading into that too much, but who knows?
There may not be a difference in the story, right? On a nuanced level, there may not, like, there's a difference.
Yeah,
but
maybe it doesn't
effectively,
even matter.
It doesn't really matter if it existed as a concept and because if this is the first occurrence of the witch factor, now she didn't make it, but it was like a conception that was like called upon and distilled in her, then like effectively it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, if she was the first one,
So,
and if she wasn't, that would be crazy. But
it would be crazy.
Okay.
100%. All right, we're going to watch some break times, and then we'll get to some comments. So first up, break times. We're going to watch all the ones that we missed, because we missed a little bit. So we're going to get to that.
Yes.
All right, we got break times here. This is break time number 1. Shout out to Azure Doe for posting this up on YouTube. We really appreciate you doing that. You haven't done anything on your channel in like 9 to 11 years, and now you're back. Return of the King, I would say. So let's get these going. Also, the beginning of this reminds me that we made an awesome finale skit in season.
True.
Was it season 1 that we did, or is it season 2?
No, season 2.
Season 2. One of the finales we did for one of the seasons, 1 or 2, probably not 3, but 1 or 2. We did a really awesome finale. Maybe it's season 3. I don't know, but you should check it out if you haven't seen it. It's awesome. Oh, jeez. Yeah, what the frick?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What's happening?
当然の務めです。
留守の間、何もなかったかな。
はい。大きな問題は何も。
She's getting closer.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
変わらずです。
She moves closer again.
ところで、ラム。
はい。
Why are you so close to me?
Are you getting closer?
はい。
近すぎやしない。
Yes, I knew it, dude.
いつも通りです。フレデリカ姉様。ええ、ペトラ。ラム姉様がグイグイですね。ここぞとばかり。旦那様が結構押されてます。
Oh boy. Ram.
なかなか見ることのない光景ですわ。
あ、そうだラム。台所にある茶菓子を取ってきてもらってもいい？
Get her out of here.
He's like,
No!
get away from. No, that wasn't the point.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy.
ではラム、お茶でも入れてもらおうかな。
It's like, give me space, woman.
Yeah, right. So please.
これも。
ラムにとって諸悪の根源はこれですか。
Oh, is remembering when she burnt that?
Yeah. You wanted to free him.
君の話していた未来が変わった影響というやつか。
The future changing.
お待たせしました。
早すぎやしないか。
I don't know why. That gag is awesome, though. Just slamming open the door. I'm back.
Okay.
Whoa. So he changed the future. We speculated on this before, but this is confirmed now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He changed what the book had said was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Interesting.
Fair enough.
Interesting. All right.
Good confirmation to know. Yeah.
These are long break times, longer than the ones previous. I think.
Oh, really? I don't remember how long the other ones were.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm freaking crazy. All right, on to the next one.
It's cool. We get to see what she was like.
Yeah.
Before leaving.
話し相手になってあげなくちゃ。ペトラちゃんって大物だと思うわ。ゼロから始めるブレイクタイム。エミリア陣営奮闘期。いつの間にか護衛もつけないで来るようになってるのよね。何か言った？このお屋敷って好きだらけで心配な人ばっかりよねって。メリーちゃんもそう思う？
This is what makes me think she's a child. She's got like teddy bears and kid toys.
Yeah, I don't think she is a child though. I think she just is childish. She likes, didn't she like blush at some point because she was like coloring or something when she was introduced, when Subaru went to go see her and she was like a little bit abashed? Am I making that up? Gosh, I feel like I asked that a lot recently.
But she was also with the kids in the village. Maybe she's like in a plant.
She was a plant at that point, right?
Yes, yeah, but I mean like a plant as in like she's actually never been a child, or not never been, but she's in the time we've known her never been a child.
I bet you there's a very nice commenter that will put her age in the comments if it is something that we're supposed to know, which probably is something we're supposed to know. I'm sure someone's already written the comment, George. I can't wait to read it.
なのによく会いに来てくれるのはなんでなの？情が湧いたらメイリーちゃんが何か企んでてもやめてくれるかなって。
Has she been plotting this whole time?
Yeah, what the fuck?
私のこと好きになっていいからね。ペトラちゃんは優しいのね。そう、私は優しいのです。それなのにお屋敷のご主人様のことは許せないのよね。旦那様はまた話が別なの。全然反省の色が見えない。
No way.
許してなんてあ
This is like
Dang.
quite the revelation.
その旦那様とのお出かけがあるんでしょそうなの。水門都市、お兄さんと行けなくて残念ね。まあ、メリーちゃんの意地悪。当たり前じゃない。私、
Of course, I'm a
I'm a
killer.
そういう
Jeez,
ところ、
bro.
メリーちゃんも旦那様みたい。はい、お願い。何これ。
Yeah, because she acts more kid-like than Melee does.
私の右手に巻いてほしいの。
Yeah.
お勤め。
He's also a killer.
Yeah,
That'll make you
true.
grow up fast.
Yeah, that's true.
本当。
Didn't she gave Subaru a handkerchief as well.
Yeah.
And now she's giving one to her.
Yeah, Petra. She calls her Petra Chan though, and that's what you would call a like a younger girl if you were talking with her, right? If she was equals, she might call her Petra Chan still. I don't know.
じゃあ、せいぜい気をつけてね。頑張ってくるね。あ、そうだ。実は今回、留守番がラム姉様で。桃色のお姉さん？ご飯何も出ないってことはないと思うけど。
Oh no.
ふかし芋ばっかりになっちゃうかも。そればっかりはさすがに。
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Prison food.
Yeah, right. Okay, so hold on. I want to see what does she call Melee? She calls her Melee Chan. So they call each other Chan, so they could be similar age. I don't know. I've decided that I don't know anymore. All right, we're going to the next
Sure.
one.
Okay, very good.
で、一体大事な話って何なのよ。
ああ、実はアナスタシアさんが人工精霊に乗っ取られてんだけど。
She knows.
Oh, she does know.
から始めるブレイクタイム。
Oh, frick.
She knows, dude. That's crazy.
あの娘自身のゲートに問題があるのよ。ゲートの不備で魔法が全く使えない体。生まれながらそうした欠陥を抱える人間は少な
Not
からず
uncommon. Jeez, that sucks.
She was born with that.
Yeah, what the frick?
魔法が使えないあの娘。魔法が使いすぎるロズワール。どっちがマシなのかベティには判断つかんかしら。判断つかないって何が？おきゃんなのよ。
ミリアタン、びっくりした。
驚かせちゃってごめんね。全くかしらん。それでベアトリス、アナスタシアさんをじっと見て何かあった？
Is she gonna say? Subaru just goes away.
これで荷物は全部か。
どうしたの？それはその山よりも高くて大爆風よりも深い理由があるのよ。その答えなんだ？
Higher than a mountain.
そんなことないかしら。
Okay.
何も言わなくていいのよ。私、ベアトリスが心配してるほど物分かりが悪いわけじゃありません。エミリア、
Oh.
それじゃあ行きましょうか。行くってどこに？もう意地張らないの。アナスタシアさんとちゃんと話したことないから不安なんでしょ。私もついていってあげるから仲良くしなくちゃ。全然分かって嫌が
Yeah, that's not the reason, but fair.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I'm not as
gosh.
clueless as you think. Here's me being totally clueless.
Yeah, exactly.
ベアトリスたら小さくなっちゃって。
Oh, it is kind of a...
緊張？そんな言葉、ベティに最も縁遠い言葉。
Maybe it is a little bit.
この場でベティが気を
Oh
張
my
る理由なんて
gosh.
一つもにゃんかちだ。後半めちゃめちゃ噛んでしもてるやないの。改めてベアトリスちゃん、仲良くしような。せっかくのお仲間。
Kindred souls.
Kindred
after all.
souls.
Maybe she's nervous
Yeah,
because
they're-
it's a manufactured spirit.
Well, I was gonna say they're spirits manufactured by Echidna.
Oh, that's a
So
good
that's why
point,
they're-
George.
Kindred souls, right?
Yeah, true. That's a
Yeah.
really good point. Yeah, they're more directly related than I thought. But although Echidna, Anastasia is more of a copy of Echidna, isn't she? Than like
Yeah. She's like a clone, a spirit clone, kind of like
Didn't-
the ones in the graveyard, kind of.
Did Betty get made By Echidna?
Yeah,
Yes.
Betty was made by Echidna.
Are you sure?
She treated her like a daughter for
Yeah,
a
but I
certain
thought-
point in time.
I thought Betty sought her out. Frick.
I don't think so.
No.
I want to say that she was
I don't
made by
remember.
Echidna.
Frick, George. Oh, my rezero
But maybe-
knowledge.
Maybe.
If only we
Yeah,
could like
I don't know.
save state ourselves at the end of a season so that we could load those memories directly so that we're like they're all perfectly fresh and we never make any
Yeah.
mistakes because that's what would happen, George. We'd never make
Well, we
mistakes
watched
again.
like we watched like the Andy News recap, but it had nothing to do unless I forgot even that, but it didn't even mention, their exact relationship.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yep.
remember.
Yeah, I don't
It's been
think so.
forever.
All right, well, that's fine. It's it'll either be commented on by the wonderful, lovely commenters that never say the grand lies about information or not. So on to the next one.
そろそろ丸一日になるかしら。
Oh, this was then.
心配ですか。
Yeah.
ユリウス、あんまり近寄るんじゃないのよ。ベティには契約者がいるかしら。そんな相手を誘惑するなんてタッチが悪いの。
Oh my gosh.
失礼しました。ただこれは私の優勢の加護の意図せぬ。
Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
dang.
Okay. Super freaking interesting. He has a
Yeah.
thing that like gathers spirits to him and makes
Gather
them
spirits.
freaking. Huh?
And okay, so she wasn't saying that just to say it.
Yeah, just because she's being Betty, she's like literally
Yeah.
feels the compulsion by the divine
Uh-huh.
protection. Oh,
Yeah.
なさらないでください。
ちょっとした冗談かしら。
or it was a
お前の
joke.
方こそ素直に受け止めすぎ
Or we took it too literally. That could be another thing, George. Who knows?
まったくとんでもないねボスケさんかしら。
The frick?
What?
よかった起きてくれたのね。エミリア様、エミリア様、ご無事そうで何よりです。私は大丈夫。一つ確認させてください。レムはご一緒でしょうか。安心して。レムなら安全なところに寝かせてあるから。そうですか。
Aww.
どうやらラム女子に大きな問題はないようですね。
もともと消耗が大きかっただけなのよ。目が覚めたら問題はないかしら。なんて言いつつ、ベアトリスちゃんもすっかり安心した顔やよ。うるさいのよ。どうやらおかしな状況のようですね。詳しく。
Yes, you were.
No kidding.
でも体の方はへっちゃらなの？平気です。随分と長く眠ってしまっていたようですが。そうよね。なんてったってスバルにギューって抱きしめられてたから待ってください。
Oh
Oh
no.
my gosh, dude.
That's why she jumped out. He was protecting her.
Oh my
no.
gosh. Come on. Yeah, come on.
She's gonna kill him. Oh no. She's literally gonna kill him.
Jeez, dude.
Oh my gosh.
What's wrong with her, dude?
Oh my gosh.
This is Grace.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
You're in
Dude, look at that shot, man. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
Frickin-
a great one.
She needs to chill out,
Yeah,
man.
she does. Oh, holy frick, bro. Holy frick. You think she's a tsundere, George? Or you think she just really freaking does not like Subaru?
I mean, based on this, it looks like she legitimately dislikes him. Like,
Yeah,
that's
right?
literally what it looks like to me.
Oh, that's so funny. All right, well, we got one more. It's the one for today's
Okay.
episode, so let's check it out.
They're showing us his brother.
Yeah, this is one heck of a flashback.
ゼロから始めるブレイクタイム。
有言実行備忘録。
Memorandum of actions.
なるほどな。
They smell the
確
same?
かにお前とよう似た匂いしとる。
That's how he knows they're brothers.
ほんまのことやろな。
Yeah.
確証ってほどやない。匂いが似てるから同じ地、同じもん食って育った、そんくらいや。
Interesting.
Dang. Got a great sense of smell.
Makes sense.
外堀埋めたら内堀も埋まるっちゅうもんでもないやろけどな。
His design in Chibi form is actually awesome.
でも忘れとる。だから始めましてや。そんで今後ともよろしく。
いいカード。これは
ちょうどええ高さにあったのと、ちょうどええ面構えやった。
Oh my gosh.
He's your superior, isn't he?
またどうにもならんことで顔曇らせよって。ちょっと前向きに考えたらどうや。
He's taking it very well.
Mostly still there.
ワイの腕の責任者はワイやぞ。ならこれはワイの問題や。違うか？
君は変わらないのだね。腕を失い、私を覚えていなくても。
Dang.
長く生きてたら、こないに考えることもできるっちゅう話や。お前も難しいかもわからんけど。
If I lost my hand, I wouldn't be taking it nearly as well as he is.
Yeah, right.
ユリウス、お前に頼むしかないんや。お嬢を頼む。わいは今の頼みを絶対に忘れん。お前も忘れてくれるんやないぞ。
Dang, it's big trust to someone who you don't know, right?
Yeah.
ああ、弟ともども、この町は任せとき。
頼もしいな。
Oh.
それなんや。
あった出来事を交わした言葉をとどめて
Oh, that's awesome.
差し詰めこれは私なりの
His own gospel? Oh.
Oh, that's cool. What a great... That's not a scene I would have expected. It seems like super random for today's episode, but it's a nice scene.
Yeah, it's related. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Reestablishing... It's got to be so weird. Reestablishing connections that you already had, and they're like very one-sided because you remember everything and they don't remember anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad and interesting all at the same time. It's something that I'd like want to see for myself, but never want to personally experience at the same time. It's just like very strange.
Like they remember everything about you. You know that you used to know them, but because you know that gluttony's actions, you're like consciously aware that your memories of them have been like artificially removed.
Right.
But you know,
it'd be like if
actually
I
do know
forgot
them.
you just like right now, and like we're best friends. It's like, oh yeah, all right,
okay, cool, yeah,
it's probably true. Maybe there's all these videos of us like interacting and stuff, but like, all right,
yeah,
it's kind of weird
yeah, it's
still.
Weird,
right?
Weird,
yeah,
dude.
So strange. All right, well, without further ado, this episode's been long enough as is. Let's get to some comments.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, a comment. I've got a comment from Patreon. Pope Bert, thanks for being a member and making a comment. Also, this comment is specifically to give you all the glorious credit you deserve for letting us know about the Azurado uploading the break times. So there's your special highlight, and thanks for being a member and letting us know your thanks or your just desserts is the highlight, and then we watched the stuff. Obviously, you cared enough to have us watch it, so we watched it just for you. There you go.
Thank you.
That's it. That's all my highlight. It's not much, but it's a big thank you. So hopefully that's enough.
Very good. Yes, thank you, Pope Bert. Because otherwise, maybe somebody else would have commented. Who knows? But otherwise, we would have not known about the break times.
Yep.
I have two comments. The first one is just like a massive spoiler and just like spoils the entire show. So I don't even know where we're going to watch it anymore. But it's from Rakushi8502. And it says, Subaru read Attack on Titan and planned everything from zero and manipulated everything to get the results he wants. He then should somehow in the future alter the past or go to the past and prepare everything for the future of the 400 years ago / present. So, I mean, this is rock solid and it's over. Yeah, like, okay, show done.
ReZero is Attack on Titan.
Confirmed. That's right. So,
Wow.
Rakushi, this is also now my headcanon, and thank you for spoiling the show for me.
Thanks.
My second comment is from Sam over on Patreon. Thank you for being a Patreon member.
Wait, it's not just Sam, George. It's
Sam Duck. Sam Mallard?
Sam Mallard?
Or is it
Sam Duck
Mallard
emoji?
or Sam Duck? Yeah.
Sam Duck?
We will never know.
We'll never know.
We will never know. But it says, one thing that you can also think about relating to your theory about Flugel and Satella having an end goal for Subaru is how the archbishops also all seem to have star names. Capella, Batin, Kaitos, Regulus, etc. If our world's constellations are not known in this one, why is that the case then? Were these given to them by someone with ulterior motives in mind? Plus, it literally has helped Subaru defeat Regulus by spoiling his authority, or even for Betelgeuse's unseen hand. They also go around introducing themselves every time we meet them. Could just be their ego, usual villain stuff, but it just all seems like too much of a coincidence to me. Just like if someone is paving a path to Subaru. Again, this is more proof that Subaru read Attack on Titan and rewrote everything in the past. But no, in all seriousness, though, it is a thing. It is weird, and we've mentioned this before, but I want to just keep it top of mind. Like, what's up with the star stuff, man? Like, why specifically star stuff from our world, from Earth? Like,
so Flugel,
what is that about?
Made. I was going to say Flugel made the archbishops to store the authorities in, and then so that Subaru could then defeat them and get the authorities as like a housing unit for the authorities. But we know that can't generally be true because Betelgeuse was a freaking normal spirit guy before, and he had a box that he was holding the thing in already. So that can't be quite
a lot of comments. A lot of comments were saying that before Betelgeuse took the authority, he said, "Sorry, Flugel-sama."
Yeah.
So what if every archbishop was like a Flugel disciple, Flugel follower or whatever, and he entrusted to his most trusted disciples
these authorities, and in a dire time of need, they ended up using them, and just like Betelgeuse, or maybe selfishness.
Or selfishness, whatever it may be, yeah. And they snapped, forgot about Flugel.
Right.
Didn't forget about him, but don't even care that they were charged with all this stuff. Maybe it's changed hands. We don't know what happened to Pride, do we? Like, no. Who is that? Right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So
what my question is, like, what's the point? Why give them the authorities? And then why have them hold it and then to what, later give them back?
Yeah, later give them to Subaru.
But why?
Exactly.
Why give them to Subaru? Why does it have to be Subaru? Why not give it back to Flugel? I mean, unless Flugel is Subaru. But then why the memory loss and why having to go through all this stuff?
Well,
and then to get them later.
It's possible that Subaru isn't Flugel in reincarnation or in body or whatever, but is Flugel in title. Like, you could think of Flugel as like a person and also a title. And
sure.
Flugel is whoever the all-powerful sage is at the time, and you essentially become the all-powerful sage through the tower somehow.
Yeah, that's what.
Or maybe Flugel is the first iteration of said. He's a creator of the tower and all that stuff, but he knew that for Satella to be free and all that stuff, there would be another iteration that would actually get this done. Maybe one of those was Al. You know, we've discussed many times that Al is like a failed timeline, failed Subaru, failed experiment, whatever it may be, right? If there's Al already and Subaru, like, we don't know. Maybe Al is one of many failed timelines. And we just don't know about them because they get raced through Returned by Death.
How does Al return by death without the Witch of Envy factor, bro? How does he do it?
He lost it. He had it and he lost it.
But he just maintains the power?
I don't think he maintains the power. I don't think he can.
No,
well, there's some fights where it was just like really sus.
We know he died. We know he died for sure. Right? Like, we know he's returned by deathing right now, right? That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. Is just like, how does he fucking return by death if he doesn't have the authority? Does he have the authority? But then if he does, how is there two authorities?
Okay. Is it possible that he doesn't have the return by death ability, but because he was once the owner of it, whenever Subaru returns by death, he knows and he's remembered that Subaru came back, I came back.
He said specific stuff in season 3 after the battle that like was so specific that was like, there's no other way to really interpret this other than the fact that he literally died and got trapped and fell. There was like the falling rocks and getting out of there and getting touched by lust and turning into and dying. There were like so many things. It was just like, bro,
I think the rocks, the falling
crazy
rocks,
explanation to like explain why this is the way that it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
maybe,
how he does it.
I think it's like more likely that Flugel became Subaru, but he knew that in the process of becoming Subaru, he would lose his memories. So he has set up all this stuff, but it just doesn't explain like why the extra effort, right? Like, why not just have all of the authorities in the tower so that like when you become Subaru and you eventually go to the tower, like they're there, right? If you need to get them again, which is the alleged assumption that he will collect them all for some purpose, like, why not just have them in the tower? Why have them scattered in these, like, with these freaking people who, some of them become total fucking a-holes? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And then why? Why become Subaru? What's the purpose?
Himself? Maybe to test himself? He's like, yeah, if he really did become Subaru, he needs to, and he lost his, like, memories and abilities and all this stuff. Maybe this is all just, like, one giant test of, like, if I can't figure this out eventually through my hundreds, thousands, whoever knows how many deaths it'll eventually take, then I will never be strong enough to command all the authorities at once and be able to like go toe to toe against Satella and finally take her.
Maybe the process. Yeah, maybe the process is what gets you prepared. But like Subaru is able to, I don't know. There's something special about Subaru specifically because like everyone who's consumed a authority that we've seen has lost their fucking mind, and Subaru's got like 2 to 3. So it's like, that's a pretty big freaking deal. And it doesn't seem like it's because Subaru went through some stuff. Like, Betelgeuse was a spirit that lived for a long freaking time. He would have had to have some kind of... Yeah, and he was done immediately. He was done in. Yeah. Right? So it's like, I feel like a little experience the Subaru has had is not enough for me to justify that like he would have some experience. Like, is it the envy factor that insulates him from the craziness? Is it because the envy factor is so strong it insulates him from the detrimental effect of the other authorities and allows him to control them? Maybe that's the reason. But like, it couldn't be like there's some DNA. Like, it's not experience based. I don't think it's DNA based. But then like, why does Subaru have the envy factor and not go crazy like Satella did go crazy? And then why could Flugel then not take that witch factor, the envy factor, and then take in the other factors and not go crazy?
Billion questions, dude. I don't know. So anyways, I don't know. Again, it could be because Subaru isn't 100% Flugel. Flugel is like now gotten the mantle, or Subaru's gotten the mantle of Flugel, and the real initial Flugel found out that no, it's got to be somebody from outside of this world.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, somehow, excuse me, somehow being from this another world insulates you from some of the effects somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you just raised, and I think we've discussed this before, but you raise again another very important question, like why was Satella so much stronger than everybody else? Is it the envy? Is there something inherent to the envy factor? Was it something inherent to Satella herself? And, she snapped, but she was already so strong.
Right. As I was going to say, if Flugel was this incredible mage and he was in love with Satella, maybe they were married, maybe they existed for so long, and then maybe they developed the factor, right? Maybe they made the factor. Maybe he was making Maw Beasts and she was making factor stuff, and then she made it and then tried it and tested it, and she went fucking crazy, right? And then she goes crazy. She's incredibly powerful already. She like, maybe they gifted out the factors to other people. Well, no, because we saw Typhon like develop a factor in and of herself. So like, I don't know. I feel like there could be something like that, but it doesn't really add up. Excuse me. Yeah, but maybe it was something like that.
I don't know.
Maybe like she went crazy and she was already so powerful. Flugel was already powerful, right? We know he's also forgotten his memories multiple times. So like, that's a big hint.
True.
Right?
Yes.
So
that he has.
There's something like that.
The best answer, it's probably incorrect, but the best answer to answer your earlier question is like, why go through all this effort, is to test himself, test the next Flugel. That's it. I can't think of anything else.
Flugel right now, if Subaru is Flugel, he's human. Eventually, less than 100 years from now, he's going to die. But we know that Flugel has existed for like 400-ish years at least. So if there is body swapping, and he's been body swapping a bunch to stay alive,
kinda like Roswell,
that would make
almost.
and right, like kind of like Roswell's doing, except Roswell doesn't lose his memory, so maybe it's like a fundamentally different thing. But maybe that would explain
it's the
why
fact
he's
you're
constantly
going to somebody to a different dimension. Maybe that's
it
what,
could
like,
be 100%. It could be
it.
that for
Yeah.
sure. But it would explain why that he's forgotten his memory several times, and Chalua has been there to experience that, because she's like, "Oh, you forgot him again. You did another body switch, Master." Like, "Oh, that's so silly," right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe Flugel is Al. There you go. Flugel's Al.
Bro. Imagine, dude.
That's my guess. There we go. I cracked it. Flugel is Al. That's why he's got the return by death.
That opens up so many freaking. I can't entertain that thought. Actually, I can't. We gotta end the episode.
Yeah.
Yes. That the implications of that would be pretty freaking insane.
Yes.
But why? Like, okay, no. I don't think he can be Al.
Oh, it's
like,
hard to call back, George.
Like, why Subaru? Like, why put Subaru through all this? Like, what's the point? Why use somebody else to achieve something that he can't? Like, what about Subaru?
Because
what about Subaru?
Because Subaru was the one who could. There's a reason why. And he's now given Subaru the mantle. He's no longer Flugel anymore. Subaru is the new Flugel. He has transferred everything over to Subaru. That's why Satella is in love with him, because she's in love with the new Subaru, the new Flugel, right? And it's no longer Al anymore. Al has abandoned that.
So is Al like a quiet manipulator in the background who we've never actually actively seen do stuff? Like, I would feel like if Flugel...
Like
if Al was Flugel,
like he's done before?
Yes. Yeah, but I feel like he would be more present in the story. He's like,
not if you were trying to keep it a big secret. He's been constant throughout the story. He showed up. He was there.
Okay, so then why is he putting Subaru through all this?
Because
is it again like a test?
Yes, because Subaru is the vessel, but he needs to be proven worthy. Maybe it's not a test at all. Maybe it's just like he's got to get those things back. He's not trying to test him in particular. Maybe in the tower, yes. And so he made tests that he knew Subaru would be able to do because he knew about Subaru. But like, maybe
the rest of but then why give the witch factors if we can assume that he had them initially to like all these other people? Like, why?
Yeah, that's a big question. That I'm not sure. That's a really big question that supersedes him being Al or not. There is there's got to be there's got to be a reason why you can't keep them together.
Yes, and you have to give them to different individuals. We know for a fact, Betelgeuse at the very least, for a fact, must have received that from Flugel based on
100%.
The things that he said
For safekeeping.
For safekeeping, yes, and he ended up using it. But if Betelgeuse is a spirit, couldn't Flugel just make a contract with him? He made a deal, or he's forcing Shala to keep her word somehow. Can he do the same thing with Betelgeuse and all the other people he gave
things to? If Shala's not a spirit, it's not a contract. She's under a different kind of control.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. But spirits can be controlled that way under contracts. So you could give a contract to Betelgeuse and just be like, bro, matter
Betelgeuse
what, you
broke
can't
the
use
contract.
this.
Maybe it was a breaking of the
contract.
I don't know, but maybe it was a breaking of the contract that caused him to go crazy, and it wasn't actually the factor. Imagine that. That would be a twist, right? We don't know what happens when a spirit breaks a contract, do we?
I thought they died. That's what I thought happened, but maybe not. Maybe you're strong enough, you don't die, you just go crazy. Yeah. Maybe
the factor allowed him to break the contract. Maybe he put the factor in him and he hadn't betrayed him yet, but it was the consuming of the thing that caused him to go crazy and allows him to supersede the contract. I don't know. It's just a suggestion. It's certainly a possibility that Al's certainly more than who he is, so he's got to be someone.
Yes. Well, I mean, most of this that we've discussed as well is beyond whether just Al is Flugel or not. Because why give it? Couldn't Flugel foresee, predict? I don't know. I feel he'd be able to see if I give this to Betelgeuse, as much as I love this guy and I know that he's gonna be true to his word, there is a very real possibility that under duress he'll end up taking this.
Right.
I feel if Flugel is all-knowing in that regard, he would be able to foresee. So was that intended? Is this
if he knew, then if he was the Flugel, the all-knowing that we think he is, then potentially, yeah, he knew it exactly happened that way. And don't even get me started on who the hell Pandora is supposed to be in her fucking OP power.
Who the frick is all that? Pandora? Yes, who the frick is Pandora?
And the blah blah blah.
And the church. And
the
why
opening of the Elior door?
And why is Gluttony split among 3 different individuals when the rest aren't? What is it?
Why does Amelia have the key to the Elior door? What's in the Elior door? Why does Pandora want to open it?
Yeah.
I swear to frick, George, if this show ends up being Lost and there's no good fricking reasons and answers for this stuff, I'm gonna fricking lose my mind.
The best thing I can think of is this is all an elaborate ruse to test the next Flugel so that he can become strong enough to surpass Envy, because for whatever reason, Satella's crazy strong.
Yeah, I don't know if it's become strong enough, because one, Subaru's not gone through any particular trial that I would say would be more difficult than most other people. Maybe then the multiple dying that's pretty big. But I don't think he's particularly stronger. Maybe is it his will that's stronger and that allows him to? Is that what it is?
Well, Return by Death is a pretty strong thing. Unseen Hand, there's got to be more to it than just Unseen Hand. It can't just be that the authority just gives you an invisible hand. He's barely done anything with greed.
He's done nothing.
It's in him. Yeah, he's done nothing with greed. It's in him. But why can he get some sort of power from Unseen Hand, but he can't get any power from greed? I would assume he can, right?
Yeah, wouldn't it be interesting? I don't know if this just kind of came to me. Wouldn't it be interesting, since he hasn't used greed's power yet? What if to beat the exam, you have to give the sword to the stick swinger, and then he's got to use his greed's authority to put his heart in Amelia, and then you challenge the sword swinger to swing at you. The sword swinger believes he's the most powerful being ever, right? So then being able to tank a hit and not take any damage, and he would be like, "Oh my gosh, that's too crazy! I can't believe it." And he would be surprised. He would beg your pardon, right? He'd be
Maybe.
like, "I can't." He'd
Yeah.
take a step back.
And
But
what if he
that
makes
would
it
just-
match?
what if it what?
What could you like somehow mix and match? I keep calling it Unseen Hand, but I mean sloth and greed. Can you like somehow mix and match the power of authorities? Kind of like
I don't
Kirby
know.
64, when you
Yeah, but
suck the sword and the
love that
fire
game.
dude, and you like somehow
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
a fire sword now.
I
like,
don't know what that
I
would
don't know.
become, but like theoretically,
yeah.
The only reason I don't think that's going to happen, and the thing that confuses me the most about Greed's like power and Subaru having it, is like once Subaru can use that power, doesn't he become like way too freaking OP? Right?
Yeah.
At the very least, maybe Subaru won't. Maybe Subaru won't put the heart in Amelia. It was holding your breath, was it? Is that what it was? When he had no more hearts, and it was just him. It was stopping his heart. Oh, that's what it was. It was stopping his own heart. Stopped time, kind of like holding your breath, I suppose.
Well,
and then
yes,
so he can only do it very briefly. So he has like a. So maybe what it'll be is Subaru will have an extremely short, like basically iframes.
Frame perfect iframes.
He has
Sure,
frame
okay.
perfect freaking dodges and iframes that he can do. He can basically like video game parry things. And so maybe that's what he'll do, is he'll just like time it just right, and it only works in a heartbeat. So it's like, maybe that's, I think that's what they could do, because it'll only work in like a heartbeat, and Subaru has to like see it and clearly be able to anticipate it, and maybe he'll even frick it up one time and he'll get deleted, and then he'll have to try it again and be like, okay, now I know the timing now, I'll parry this properly, right? Oh, that would be kind of cool, actually. I think I like that.
Yeah, because it is within his character to like, I'm not going to put my heart in Amelia. Like, that's such an invasion of privacy. I don't want to put it in anybody else.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that would put her at risk, right? He wouldn't do it. Yeah. Exactly. And he also...
episode's gone long enough. I just wanted to say one more thing. Here, finish your thought, and then
it would also explain why pedal use could do many hands, but Subaru can only do the one. He's got like a more limited scope of the power. So maybe he has that invulnerability timer, but he can't extend it out, right? It's only with just him, right? Just as an example. So anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, well, what I was going to say is like, I know. We know that the reason they went actually insane was because they were incompatible with the power. Satella for sure was incompatible with the power. Like, what if the reason Subaru hasn't gone insane is because something about him actually makes him compatible, right?
Yes.
And maybe an incompatible person is somehow stronger because they use it in like a crazed way.
Right.
But a compatible person...
The power's like overflowing, and that's what wrecks them. So they can use it at max potential, like kind of thing, but it's like, it's way too...
You lose your mind in the process.
You lose your mind, yes. Okay.
Whereas like
Subaru
can like release the pressure, and then as he gets stronger,
he
can release more pressure at a time. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, George.
Because he actually is compatible. Why? What about him is compatible?
Is it because he's Flugel? Is he a developed... Is he a vet? Is he a Ma beast?
No, I think either he's actually just human Subaru, called into this world, and received the mantle of Flugel, or he is like actually like a reincarnation of Flugel, or like Flugel sent his like consciousness away or something.
Subaru, I think the reason why Flugel has in some way, shape, or fashion become Subaru, or Subaru is either been selected or made, is because Subaru is I think that's the answer, is he's the right vessel. Whether he was made this way, whether he was picked because he was this way, Flugel found out that Subaru was the guy, whether because he made him or not, and then that's the guy who's got it, and then he delivered his consciousness or all
in the future or something,
his power or whatever it is, whether it's literally Flugel now or it's Subaru plus Flugel, maybe they're like a combination being now and they're like one being. And then maybe that's what Flugel is. Maybe Flugel initially was just one guy and he puts his fucking essence into another person and he just kind of becomes that other person. Like the original Flugel is kind of gone and you adopt the personality of the person you have like been absorbed into, or you
your host,
you made them. Right. The new Flugel is like you have like some aspects of the old Flugel, but mostly you're just a new Flugel. It's just like a mantle that it gets passed on. And then when you get older, you're like, I don't want to die. I want to transfer myself to someone. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a more ethical way of doing it. I don't know. Right? Because Rosewald's is like, he literally, as far as I understand, he literally takes over his like kin. Like they're just deleted and he's just like, see you later, poo. And so maybe Flugel's is a more ethical way of just like, I distill myself onto you, but you get to be who you are. Right? Yeah. And they just happen to be similar. Maybe he picks them that way or something. So
I think that's the best theory. I think that is like the distillation and the combination of everything we have mentioned about Flugel and Subaru. And so in a very real way, yes, Subaru is a Flugel, but in another, Subaru is still very much Subaru. That explains the like memory loss. That explains the reason why he, well, actually it doesn't explain the reason why all of these tests actually.
Maybe
but it does explain
tests,
the memory loss.
Right? It explains the exams. We can understand the exams, right? Because you want to check before you become the administrator, you got to do the test. That makes sense. But maybe these other things that have happened aren't tests. Maybe they're just things that have happened. Yeah. They may not actually be tests. They may just be like, crap happens. And so you got to get those Pokeballs back or the Dragon Balls back from all the people who had them. And, things happen. And maybe there's like a counterfaction. Maybe that church is like a counterfaction of people who are like, maybe they took the factors, right? Maybe some of them were stolen, right? Maybe some of them that were entrusted to people, the church, this other faction decided to convince them of like, no, you should use these factors for yourself. Like they'll give you power and then, but they would, yes, but also you weren't a compatible vessel. And it's like, maybe they convinced them we could help you. Maybe they convinced them to use them. Maybe they defected entirely and they just chose to turn, right? So yeah, it could be something like that.
Yeah. Okay, well,
leave it to the Anime Club to take a 22-minute episode and turn it into 2 hours of content. You're welcome, everyone. Sorry, George, it's very late.
Crap. It's fine. It is what it is. To the 4 of you that are still watching, thank you. Thank you, Sam, for commenting this, because somehow this led us into some insane rant again.
In honor of Sam Duck emoji, if you did indeed make it this far, go ahead and in your comment, perfect. In your comment, put a duck in there. It doesn't have to be at the start, but just if you make a comment, put a duck in there.
It can be an emoji. Okay? It can be just the word. And we will like and heart those comments.
It's got to be the emoji. It's gotta be, so we know for sure. It'll
fine,
be easy.
Fine. All right. It'll be the emoji. Okay. Fair enough. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button and all the nice buttons below to help us grow. Check out the Patreon or the channel membership if you want to see this. Well, not this, but the other stuff we're watching 2 weeks ahead of time. Check out the playlist as well. But with that, we'll see you guys next time.
See you, everybody.
Take care.